Yo, what's up guys? Today I'm gonna try and see how far we're gonna get towards making an actual FTK deck. Or I already built something, I'm just gonna showcase it. I'm gonna warn you, it's a little bit on the edge of what an FTK or semi-FTK could be called, but I think it's getting really close, and at least a lot closer than these kind of FTKs or these kind of FTKs that we have been calling them. Or if you don't know what this is, just two flint blocks, flint, switch after you've gained or taken damage. So I think we can get a lot closer than that. And I'm actually gonna prove it to you guys. So how we're gonna do it? We're gonna play Dave FTK. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play the Dave FTK. I'm gonna give you. So as skill, we play Digging for Gold. We play Digging for Gold because it gives us an extra draw, and if you know anything about FTKs, getting those extra cards, extra resources is quite important. It's also really easy in this one to get 3 cards in your graveyard for the extra draw, so that's amazing. Then we play 3 Sonic Duck, just because we're playing Fitting Room and this is one of the best targets. Then we play 3 Dragon Zombie, together with Sonic Duck, still the best targets. And then, what's a little bit, this is where it gets a little bit weirder, we play 3 Flame Manipulator. Well, you might think like, wait, what? It's gonna get clear in a second, just wait. Then, besides that, we play, I had to proxy this card because I looked everywhere but can't find mine, but it will be clear to you, it's Dark Red Enchanter, it's Dre, because with this is the semi-FTK build I'm going to show you guys first. After this I'll upload the one where I try to deck out my opponent as much as possible, but I figured a flaw in that one, so need to get back to the drawing table. Still, it's quite a funny deck, so maybe I'll still upload it. So the Dark Red Enchanter, we play 1 because, of course you can only use 1. And that's it for the monsters. That's everything we play for monsters. Then 4 spells, not surprising. We play 3 Enchanting Fitting Room. So with the targets, you play 9 targets, so you should pretty much always hit something with Fitting Room, and this is one of the most important ones. If you want to get the FTK going, you need one of these in your opening hand, or you need to get to it quickly, because otherwise you're just not getting there. If you want to get 4 of your opponent's cards from their hand, that's really important. Then we play 3 White Elephant's Gifts, so that's pretty much why we play the Enchanted Fitting Room, and we play 3 Wonder Wand, and that's why we play the Flame Manipulator. So we play Flame Manipulator because we want to get those extra draws, and these are the only real draw spells we have in Speed Duel. So with the limited resource, limited options, we need to play weird things like this. So and Flame Manipulator is the only level 3 or lower spellcaster I could find, or the best one at least. It's pretty much the only one. If we had more than just Flame Manipulator, I would play those instead of Dragon Zombies or Sonic Ducks. But we don't, so we just play the biggest beaters and we play Flame Manipulator with it. For the Wonder Wand, everything else can be sent with White Elephant's Gift, and sometimes you can also use the Wonder Wand on your Dark Red Enchanter to get another 2 draws. So with these and one of the normals, if you used Fitting Room and then one of these together with one of the monsters, you already have 3 cards in grave for Digging for Gold. So that makes that you already used drew a lot of cards. Well, and then the way how we get the other 3 cards from our opponent's hand is Light Force Ward. That's the deck list. It's really simple. It's, I think, 22 cards. You could cut some, but I optimized on the vanillas instead. You could easily just cut on Dragon Zombies if you need to get rid of anything. But this way you have multiple things to try. And what's the strategy? You just use all of your spells, all of your draws, all of your draw spells, you use them to keep drawing, keep on drawing, fitting room to get more resource to use your draw spells. You use one of the monsters you summon for Dre. That's one card from your opponent's hand. And then you try to hard draw the other 3 Light Force Ward. Together, you take... You usually can get there. So, if you successfully do this, you take 4 cards from your opponent's hand for 4 turns, pretty much. And you are still left with a beat stick or 2. So you have multiple beat sticks and your opponent has 1 card. Unless your opponent is playing Muff, you've pretty much won at that point. You have a lot more resource you can push and your opponent has nothing. If it's something your opponent can't immediately use, you can even use Dre on the next turn to take from your opponent if you haven't sent it with Wonder Wand. Now, let's see if we can get anything going with the deck. Well, we'll just draw an opening hand and see how far we can go with it. Okay, that's really good actually. That's pretty good. Yeah, definitely. So let's see how far we can go. So we start with a fitting room, of course. Let's see what we get. Give us 1 monster, please. Okay, that's a bad example. Okay, I'm just gonna reshuffle that one because that one was bad, of course. No use in showing a combo that doesn't go off. No one's learning from that. So. Okay, so we got ourselves a few monsters. Lose 800. We use White Elephant's Gift. We draw 2. We use the fitting room again. Or White Elephant's Gift. Not everything in this deck is obvious. Sometimes you need to make a decision. Do you go for White Elephant's Gift to draw first? Do you thin out your deck first with fitting room? I guess I'm gonna go for extra draws first. That wasn't a smart decision. We fitting room. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we would have gotten such a good thing if we just went for the fitting room first. One on Flame Manipulator, draw another 2. Okay, so we already got 2 Light Force Swords. We have a beater, we haven't used our normal summon yet, so we can still summon Dre. We use Digging for Gold. Banish any 3 cards, doesn't really matter. Draw 1. Whoop, this time we didn't get there, but we can still summon another Sonic Duck, set 3 Light Force Sword, and we still have a monster on hand for next turn. And next turn we draw another monster with it. So yeah, this is basically what the deck does. Every single time. Is it gimmicky? Yes, it's gimmicky. Is it impossible? No. Do you usually take a lot of cards from your opponent? Yes. Would I recommend taking this to a tournament? No. Is there still a lot you can change about this deck? Is this the only thing it can do? No, there's still a lot of other things you can do. If you want, you can put in Insect Engine in this, a Mod Engine. You could pretty much do it. You could put in Metal Armored Bug. If you play Metal Armored Bug in this, you can always send it with a White Elephant's Gift. So that's another way to draw on field cards. You also have an extra beat stick on the field. You could, if you use the insect in this deck, you can, instead of doing what I just did. Let's see where I have it. Yeah. If you use an Insect Engine, you could instead play Alien sections, or Kumotukos, or both, instead of the Dragon Zombies and Sonic deck. So you can shuffle these back into the deck with your Parasite. So you have more chances of showing these with Enchanted Fitting Room. You can also play Insect Neglect in it if you do that, so that you can protect yourself. So even if your opponent has a card, it can't really do anything against you. You can side everything in this deck, everything can be changed. Instead of Light Force Ward, you can put any other trap you actually want to see or any other spell. So this is just a way to hard draw to pretty much everything in the game. So that's pretty much what it is. It's going to everything. So yeah, you just play these. Or you can hard draw to these cards if you play an Insect. You can just do the exact same thing. Just go for Metal Armored Buck instead and make sure that you draw 3 of these. That way that's also pretty good turn 1 play. Going for 3 negates is, yeah, pretty strong, of course. You can still play the Drain the Insect build, even if you want to, then you take 1 card from your opponent's hand and take 3 cards. You can play Jar of Avarice if you want to go more for a grind game. You can play Big Wave, Small Wave with things like Change Slime and Wefa. Yeah, you can play those kind of cards instead in the deck to just summon a bunch of Beat Sticks turn 1. Or yeah, anything you like. You can pretty much do it in this build. You can, instead of, if you do it like this, you can play Kiryushin and Terraform Deep and just send Kiryushin to graveyard, 1 of them at least. Send them to the graveyard with White Elephant's Gift and draw another 4 cards of that. So there's really powerful that you can do it. Really powerful things you can do with it. Instead, you could also use a little zombie engine instead with Skull Servants, and just make sure that you have a King of the Skull Servants with 3000 in your first turn. Don't even need to use Servants of the Fallen King then, if you play it like that. You can also play a Toon build and just make sure you have 3 Mimicat in the first turn, which is also really good. Of course, you can only use 1, but whatever, you know what I mean. You can summon 3 Toon Summon Skull in the first turn, which is also pretty good. Even if they send 1 of you. So yeah, that's pretty much, you can go so many ways with it. You can play Dinos instead and play Space-Time, Dino Normals instead and play Space-Time Transcendence instead to summon a lot of dinosaur monsters throughout the whole duel. You're already set up, you can use the Pill skill if you want to. Especially since, with the Pill skill you already have the Flame Manipulator is a non-dinosaur type monster. You can play Bokocchi if you want to. You can play Bokocchi in the build and do it together with Iron Draw to, at the end, just use 1 Iron Draw to draw another 2 cards. I think that's one of the worst things you can do with it, but whatever, man. Just go and explore. This is just an idea. This is something I had in mind. I built it, I tried it. It goes off a lot of the time. I had a bit. You need to be a little bit lucky with the draws, but don't you always need to do that with any deck, really? So I guess this is pretty funny. I hope you can have fun with it as well. Try and explore it, and yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you in the next video. Bye. Yo, what's up, guys? So I just finished editing the video mostly, and I just wanted to give some extra commentary. Not sure if you're even watching this far, but if you think this is like a meme deck or a joke deck, I just want to make entirely sure that I didn't mean this to be a joke deck or a meme deck. I actually think this is quite a relevant deck. I don't think this is a meta relevant deck. I don't think this is a valid deck. I don't think this deck is viable in a tournament setting, really. So if you're taking to a tournament, yes, this might be a joke, but the thing with this deck is, why I think this is really important, is because this is probably the first deck that is actually trying to see where the ceiling of speed duels in general is. And that's why I think this is important. I don't think this is important because this is gonna win the next tournaments or anything like that. I just think it's important because it's trying to break the format in a way. It's trying to see how far we can go with speed duels. It's maybe, as someone said, it's the first combo deck there is. And yeah, I think that's very important for speed duels, the history of speed duel, and where the format is going from here. I also hope this video is getting shared a lot and being reviewed a lot, so everyone can see like, okay, this is already possible. And so that the people designing speed duels, looking at Duel specifically, can see like, this is already possible. I need to watch out with what I'm gonna give next. So, is this deck a problem yet? No, it's not. Can this deck do crazy stuff? Yes, indeed. Because if you get it off, you pretty much win. But that is just it. It felt like I needed to address that after editing the video. I just realized like, people are just gonna think this is yet another joke video. It's my fault, of course, since I do these kind of things and I give these crazy reactions and yeah. But no, truly, I wanted this to be clear. And I want to thank you all guys for staying here with me, for getting 200 subs, and yeah, I'm not gonna get anything worse than that. I'm bad with these things. Well, anyway, thanks. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And comment on this video if you have anything to say. Comments help out a lot as well. And see you in the next video, guys. Bye.
Handloop, Adidas, кроссовки. Ты полоски.